confidence, okay? He has a resume that validates and backs up his confidence. And so I'm getting angry because young black man, highly successful, highly accomplished, an incomparable, impeccable pedigree, is entering the NFL, is considered easily one of the top 2 quarterbacks entering the NFL draft. We hear about his lack of mobility, lack of arm strength, whether or not he can make the requisite throws. Oh no, we're hearing about his attitude. Ever been in trouble? Ever found himself in any kind of trouble? Is there anything that has besmirched or stained his resume, his name in any way? The closest thing this brother has come to a crime is when Colorado State was talking smack to them and he refused to shake the quarterback's hand and said, I heard what you said. I heard what you said. Or when the coach was talking about prime time as daddy and he went at midfield, he was like this with the watch and all. That's about it. He's done nothing wrong. So why are we having this conversation about his character? I'm going to tell you why. Because you got people hating on his daddy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And they want any excuse that they can come up with. And let me remind America why Deion Sanders, we gonna say this. This is why Deion Sanders is hated by some people. Because he was the greatest. And he told you so. And then went out there and showed you so. And you were helpless to do anything about it. And then when he talked about it, not only could you not play better than him, you couldn't talk better than him, you couldn't articulate your thoughts better than him, you didn't have that swag, that flavor about you, that vibe about you, you couldn't resonate with an audience and gravitate them towards you the way that he could. And Deion knew it, and you hated him for it. And so since you couldn't touch him, now you're trying to touch his son.
Well. Yes, I hardly have a voice, but I'm going to try to get through this. Y'all about some dirty MFs. Now, let me tell you something. I rarely agree with Stephen A. on anything, but he said that right there. It was never about Shedeur. It was always about his father. And what I saw several videos about him humbling himself and his attitude, I got a question for you. Why when it comes to when it comes to blacks, Hispanics, Asians, Native American, anybody other than WASP, they got to humble themselves. Now, let me tell you something. I've seen arrogance on all spectrums. And I believe there should be a certain amount of humility regardless. But somebody tell me why. Unless you're WASP, you can be as arrogant, dismissive as you want. But I'm here to tell you, a dream deferred is not a dream denied, as we know, because he was drafted by the Cleveland Browns. And let me tell you something. What he gonna be doing, in my mind, he gonna show you better than he can tell you. He gonna show you better than he can tell you. Because see, y'all raggedy so-and-sos, he got a new phone that was only for the draft. So some wicked individual tries to play a prank. Y'all nasty. Y'all dirty. Ain't gonna pick everybody else above him. Y'all nasty. And y'all did a conference call. Let's humble this Negro. Let's humble this uppity Negro. Because see, that's what they used to say about us. And some still do. Because I had one about 10 years ago told me I don't know my role. What? Are you trying to say I don't know my place? Because I knew my role. But I'm going to end it with this. One of my mentors, as a young lieutenant, my first job, shout out to Lieutenant General retired Price. At the time, he was a major. And he told me, never shrink. Always be confident in your abilities. And he had gotten there before I did, so he shared this story with me. And he said when he got to the command, the general, because let me give you a little background about then Major Price. He was Dr. Price because he already had a PhD at that time, I think from University of Texas. PhD, okay? So when he gets to the command, he's working for this general, and this general is telling him these shoes, these big shoes he's got to fill, because whoever was his predecessor was just that great. And he said, LT, you know what I told the general? I said, what, sir? He said, in 30 days, you won't even remember his name. He said, the general looked at him like, you cocky. He said, no, I'm confident. In 30 days, sir, you won't remember his name. And that's a fact, because it didn't go down like that. Because shortly after I left, after I got there, Major Price went on to the White House to be a White House fellow for then President Clinton. So why is it everybody else got to humble themselves? Why? But again, a dream deferred is not a dream denied. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Take that with you.
The Cleveland Browns select Shedeur